Y'all are so sweet. Thank you for the claps. Feel free to clap, snap, all the above. I love it. All right, so Henry was, and you mind if I get a little personal, Henry?
Yeah, get personal.
All right. So Henry was in my creative writing class, English 251, which will be held next spring. How many years ago is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago now? About 6-ish years ago. He was in my class. He was my student. Now he's my friend, my peer, my compadre, my pal, my amigo, in this poetry world. So I'm very thankful to have him here today with me, and reading together is always a pleasure. And I think you're in for a special treat. So I'll give you a bit of his background, his biography here. Henry Goldkamp is an experimental poet, an interdisciplinary artist whose work blurs the boundaries between poetry, visual art, and community performance through public installations of intermedia, such as an olfactory poem, Read Through the Nose, Summer Timer, which he did in City Park in 2023, a grove of trees in which thousands of poems, my bad, Henry. So he did Summer Timer, and another one is an immersive clown utilizing audience participation, Balloon Animal, also 2023, a grove of trees in which thousands of poems were hung for passerby to pluck and then mail to strangers out of a phone book, the Poetry Project in 2024, and a citywide installation of 60-plus typewriters, resulting in the first ever book to be composed by a city, What the Hell is St. Louis Thinking, in 2023. By creating such spaces of dialogue and interactive expression, he encourages participants to connect with each other and their shared environment. So please welcome to the stage, Henry Goldkamp.
Thanks for that intro, Sean. Professor Munro would make a really good flight attendant, I think. It's like, I feel like we're about to take off after that spiel. So here's our ascent. Don't worry, no immersive clown poetics today. You can just sit, relax, and listen. I won't bother anyone and come up to you and make you do the poem. All right, so this is from a project called Trash the Garden. It's a manuscript that sort of deals with the fact of Louisiana is a place where ecologies somehow get mixed up with theologies, which isn't exactly my politic. In fact, I'm against that. But yet it comes out in the poetry. How that crept into public policy, I have no idea. So that's what we're dealing with here. This first poem is called Volution Volition. Last words last a millennia long. The water does the forgiving. No wonder it tastes like garbage. Stars shine down, certified pre-owned. First, you invent the knife. Then you invite the wine. Had the fig gone unplucked, it would have eaten itself. Noticing the moon, like noticing your couch in your own living room. 3 animals. I have an extra shoulder blade. Some call it a wing. Exactly 50% of angels have this defect. I like it when I catch God looking. He looks away. I have a missing stomach. Some call it a miracle. About 95% of these particular surgeries are successful. Eating solids and drinking liquids with a lover like you is easy. We dine, we dash, all done. I have an optional hair. Some call it rat tail. What's a bunch of fly-eyed zeros like them gonna do about it? I mind my business. Shit. This one's called Shook the Anthropocenic Root. Ornery at the ordinary day, and just to say so, whisked gelatinous bumblebees about my mouth. I am afraid of picnics. A bandana around my mouth picks up a puddle of my panting, and another life were grapes between these teeth, the flossy stem of rose rot. 31 today, just years old. All my life the billboards swole, zits out of shoulder, popping with intrastates. Posting earth is a MILF, is a DILF, is a big sloppy love job whose throat goes handsome forever. I diddled myself to power, I stared at the sun. The light show in my eyelids, its colors fluffed the hanks of mane, the migraine sullied feather. Wasps bomb about tosspot, my blind spot. An empty-headed trash earth forever chews. Carries smart, yet still we fill brown holes with faux gold. To see me smile is a filling station, a flower shop caught in riots. God's crawl wilts my bouquet. Plastic hamburgers noisome atop its one good lung. The air a sticky river. The grate a livid green mold. Changed an iron, haven't you left a penny, taken a penny? Inconvenience, the germ of thought passing skull to skull, pocket to pocket, hand to hand. Hose the maggots off the can, wonder where they go. Strong is the wriggle, hard the squirm, my white writhing mass of casual lovers. The sun nests my twiggy brain, no room for moons no more. I am risen, I am rose, the black can resin shines. Hours a topology, hot doggin', a shell stench, a kitchen midden, a pile of dead in which to burrow, sleep, and throw. This is called precious metal. This form is a traditional French form called the triolet. And it's kind of difficult because of repetition, but it just came out and all of a sudden I just did 3 triolets. So it's a set of trace triolets. Save your silver, we prefer gold. Flowers grown from metal outdo flowers who droop and fold. Save your silver, we prefer gold embers ashed in bowls. Holes dug in holy water fill with hell. Save your silver, we prefer gold flowers grown from metal. Of a big god in polish. There is a drip to our French beau geste. Us common fish meet gods in need of polish. We swim in kitsch, flounder insignia, drench a big god in polish. There is a drip to our French in the fame of the dada, sun, and the holy spit out. Owl and fur heaver, la la la, in flames, dada, pardons all French, voila. Few droplets vanish by drought, the same way do dada, sun, and the holy spit out. This poem is called In Our Prime. A live stream glints, pixel and chrome. Banks of sand flick with bait. There's only one fish in the world, so gargantuan, it's confused for the stream. A hypnosis arrived through a cardboard moon. Whirlpools brew bouillon. The sails spread and set us free. Our consolation prize is humans, we win most famous animal. Many spiders serve their webs and nothing else. A lucky animal am I, who can make cups from my hands and drink under the watchful ears of Alexa and Siri in the night sky. How happy to confuse the stream for thirst, to talk only with my hands, in voicing their soft history, juggling an electric debt on the tips of bones. All right, this is the second to last sequence I'll read from. This is called Globalism, a Euphemism, and it's a conceptual poem. Every line is just a corporate slogan. I've done nothing but beyond copy and paste it in a certain order. I'll just read, it's a sonnet, it's a capitalist crown of corporate slogans, so that's a sonnet crown. I'm not gonna read all 14 sonnets, but I'll read the first 4. It's your world, take control. Every day deserves a kiss. Does she or doesn't she? Take me to the Hilton, the heartbeat of America, the quicker, picker, upper. What happens here stays here for the men in charge of change, because you're worth it. Designed for driving pleasure, kid tested, mother approved, the ultimate driving machine, a body for everybody. You can do this. You can do it. We can help. It's so easy a caveman could do it. Do you, Yahoo? Is it in you? Expect something extra. Just do it. Do more. Go further. Every little helps. Your challenge is our progress. And you're done. It's all inside. That was easy. Take it easy. You've come a long way, baby. Where it all comes together. Come together. More together. Just what you needed. This is momentum, taking you forward. It keeps going and going and going. Pleasure is the path to joy. Get, watch, do what you want, do what tastes right, open happiness. Once you pop, you can't stop. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Can you resist? Say when. Good things take time. Tastes so good, cats ask for it by name. How good can you feel? Start off big. Be good vibes. Think big. How big can you dream? The pink dream. Think in pink. Think small. Watch yourself change. The wind of freedom blows. Blow some my way. All right, thanks. This is the last little sequence. It's from a sequence of 11 poems. I'll just read what I wrote on the page to explain it. This is a sequence of collaged erasures from Richard Masterson. Our 2-year correspondence ended once Richard was killed by the state of Texas on January 20th, 2016. Evidence suggests he is innocent. So none of these words are my own either. I just remixed Richard's words. Oh, have you ever heard about the guy who was killing all the Katrina victims in Houston? Well, he was sent to death row and he won his appeal on his case and went back to county jail in Houston and was found dead in his cell a couple weeks ago. They say his shoestrings were around his neck, so for some reason he killed himself, but it sure seems odd because he was really fucking happy about winning his appeal. He was a fucking piece of shit any fucking ways and he deserved to die, so I am happy the world is a better place without trash like that in it. Well, enough about this shit, man. So, keep me informed of the garden. Oh, Houston was death appeal. Houston was dead in weeks. Shoestring reason killed it because he was fucking ways in the world. Trash man of the garden. So, dead weeks string and trash the garden. I paint landscapes mostly. Sunset things change color like snow. Purple and pink or whatever. Like a turkey through a cornfield. Come out the woods all the time, yelling from all the animals. I am a person. I do not look beyond into the past. A house with a dirt floor. A big school bus filled with billions of stars. I paint landscapes mostly, but have done a few other things, and we live in that as well. That bird is just a seagull. So ugly he has to wear a bag over his head. And he pointed his finger at me. A real shitty day for my team when my mom died. They started trading off all the good players. They charge us $100 a year for medical. It makes people look bad as a whole. Maybe a small sea turtle in the foreground. The Fifth Circuit has my request. The cards are still in it. All of the hard rock I can get. Free the good and bad. Break up all the shit in my lungs. The garden, it has been draining. Thanks, y'all. All right, thank you so much for listening. And next up, last but not least, certainly not, we have my dear friend, Sean F. Munro, Professor Munro, who is a poet, a filmmaker, a poetics enthusiast, and an associate professor of English at Delgado Community College here in New Orleans. He hosts a weekly poetry radio show, Lunch Poems, check that out if you haven't, helps organize the New Orleans Poetry Festival, co-curates the Splice Poetry Series, and manages LitWire, the literary events calendar of New Orleans. Please give it up for Sean F. Munro.
Well, hello again. It's been so long since I've seen you. Thank you for having me today. Thank you, Bixby. I'd like to preface this by saying that what I'm doing up here reading poems is art, which is to say artifice, which is to say it's created, it's fake, it's not real, but it is real, but it's not fake, but it's not created. It's artifice up here. I also give some trigger warnings. There's some extremely foul language. So if you like extremely foul language, please listen closer. These first 5 poems all have to deal with voting rhetoric. So rhetoric is kind of the art of persuasion and communication. So we just went through a vote, right? How many of us voted? Show of hands. 27% exactly. All right. The city of New Orleans. So you'll notice in all these commercials and stuff, like what was that? What was that John Kennedy commercial where he's like, call a crackhead? Remember that? Y'all remember seeing that on TV? Shit was wild, right? So this kind of takes that voting rhetoric, these first 5 poems, they take that voting rhetoric and try and flip it on its head to make it as wild as possible. Vote for, you job-jiving wage waster. I saw you take an extra job for an extra sick day, jerking the jangles from my profit, copping sensationalist. Could you exploit some other wealth creator with sick gains from the trickle trap? What a train run on the people's pockets. I want a livable wage. That's the union promise. Elect here. Vote against, you polluted, skewbald petrohound. I saw you skip tax day with your 1069, moneyed out on fees, pocket pounder. Could you brainstorm a bare-assed economics to frack the cash from the grab? What a confidence of the austerity gospel. I don't want a billionaire to pay taxes, guys. That's the presidential promise. Elect here. Vote against, you swimmy warm salt snack. I saw you pay it forward for a family's fast food on party aspartame diet do-gooder. Can you visualize eating slow food at 90 miles per hour? What a junk job of a food desert frugality. I don't want to buy your school lunches, man. That's the gubernatorial promise. Elect here. Vote against, you mal-read tree trasher. I saw you at the burning, spine-broken, dog-eared, riddled with paper cuts, grift groomer. Could you cook up reading more than 1 book a decade to your brain-broiled children? What a blow to hard prohibition business. I don't want a critical comprehension, people. That's the school board promise. Elect here. Vote for, you lip-chippy cherry superstar. I saw you volunteer to picket the clinic, joyed up on memes, mackerel snapper. Could you envision not being for others after he has risen? What a conservation of uber-Christian benevolence. I want to make abortion illegal, ma'am. That's a judicial promise. Elect here. And now for something a little different. Got one shorter poem and then I'll end with one longer poem. This poem is titled Debt Deep, and this poem is dedicated to every dollar of debt, including student debt. If there is no debt, so says the credit theorist, we'll abandon each other, flush our dollars down the porcelain traps, our debits and credits misread, overcharged, withdrawn from a society if there is no debt. Would I buy you a drink if you'll never buy me a drink? Do we need a little vig to share our cigs with each other? The credit theorist know that we'll abandon each other if there is no debt. We'll quit our jobs and get hairdos, so says a credit theorist's hairstylist. If there ain't debt, a credit theorist might ask, why have a job in the red zone and no ownership? Why not abandon one another? If there is a solution, surely somebody will be unhappy. And if there is no debt, this minted sadness will be paid in ballooning installments. And this last poem here with more yelling into the microphone. Scenes from the kleptocene. Any of y'all kleptomaniacs out there love to steal shit? Yes, couple. I heard Joe back there. All right. Scenes from the kleptocene. Plunge! The Dow dives, the NASDAQ needles. A short seller leaps onto its balcony to sip champagne as human pensions plunge. Post-plunge. We're hiring. No one wants to work. We're hiring. Minimum. Max out. Plunge. Laborers laid off temporarily. Politicians paid off just one more time. Corporations bailed out just one more time. One more cash infusion. Taxes slashed. Temporarily slashed. Plunge. Stay home, work from home, eat from home, don't buy, don't go, don't stay, don't work, don't play, don't fly, don't buy, don't loot, don't burn, don't buy toilet paper, stop buying fucking toilet paper. Okay, you can have a little toilet paper. Post-plunge. Pfizer earned $1 billion this quarter. Dicks out for Johnson & Johnson's newest billionaire. Headline, Dildillionaires find tax loophole and penetrate the market. Plunge! Non-payment of student loans has crashed the economy. Non-payment of mortgages has crashed the economy. Non-payment of auto loans has crashed the economy. Non-payment of Paycheck Protection Program's loan has worked out okay. Mission accomplished. Post-plunge. Student loan interest will be added to your tab. Paycheck protection loans will be forgiven. Your vehicle will be repossessed. Take the bus, Wagee. Plunge, halt. Plunge protection team activated. Plunge, halt. Stop gap, start gap, short cap, mid cap, large cap. Plunge, halt. Surge, halt. Plunge protection team, turn off the circuit breakers. Plunge, halt. Surge. Circuit breaker berserkers. Turn it off now, shut it down now, remove the buy button, options, call, put it, down on paper, the tape, halt, surge averted, plunge, moonshot, post-plunge, slingshot, plunge, coup to coup, market shockwaves, house of dominoes, cards, dice in the plunger states of America, soft coup, plunge that spoon into a soup can. Post-plunge. Shelter loves money. Money loves shelter. Nancy tongue dumper's foreign bank account tighter than the hamstrings of a pig holding a guitar. Plunge, sabang, Harambe's dead. Dicks out for Guatemala. Clunge out, Paraguay, Colombia. Off planet, there is no north for the popcorn petrodollar. Post-plunge. The overdraft, the underdraft, the microsecond millidollar craft, algorithms, tap dance in the trap house. Plunge! Flash crash, mass grab, Glass-Steagall craft, blast from the past, legislate. Too late, red graph, melted candle, red candle, green candle, red candle, Dorito of doom, market angles, math dangle, derivatives. $632 trillion. Yes, that's real. $632 trillion. Yes, that's real. Post-plunge. Why are you staring at the debt ceiling? Debt dealing money healers charge a fee. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the cum in the butt of the Federal Reserve and our collective imagination. Regulate. It'll work this time, baby. Plunge! donuts, no more hot tamales, no more Nintendo, no more Taco Bell, no more Mormon hedge funds. What will we do? What will we do? What will we do? What will we do? Post-plunge. Anyone caught selling derivatives will receive capital punishment. Anyone caught buying options, calls, or puts will receive capital punishment. Anyone caught laundering money offshore will receive capital punishment. Anyone caught making a market that doesn't deal in tangible assets will receive corporal punishment. Plunge! Catch, caught, catch, cat, bag, out, up, onto, hold, bags, bag holder, crypto derivatives, digital real estate, Coinbase, FTX, Binance. Oops, crypto is a scam. Oops, crypto is banking. Oops, don't. Oops, don't. Oops, don't. Correlate, correlate, correlate. Too late, too late, too late. Creeley's goddamn big car is wrecked. Post-plunge. Outdoor October poetry readings before noon. City Park sunshine. Buying a drink for a friend at a local dive bar called Mix on Bienville. Playing guitar. Sweater weather. Your friend sitting next to you in the sun sneezes and accidentally farts, and we laugh. Thank you all so much for coming out today. There'll be a Q&A, I guess. You can ask us some questions over here by the coffee. Please, or we could come up here. Henry, you want to come up here for Q&A? Sure. Come on up for a Q&A. If anyone has any questions, feel free to yell them as loud as you can. I'm done yelling for the day. There are magazines and flyers and stuff. Please grab some. Take a picture if you need to for your assignment, credit for your course. If anybody has any questions, feel free to throw some questions at us. We'll answer them for you. All right, great questions. All of them have been answered. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, Joe.
What about this Richard Masterson? Those were real life?
Yeah, that's Richard Masterson and I were pen pals for like 2.5 years. I guess from like late 2013 to early 2016. So yeah, that was just a lot of times the question that people have is like, you know, is that okay to make a poem out of something like that? And so my feeling was that Richard had talked a lot about sort of letting me help him write his life story. And anytime that he would try and get it going, he would just fall into like a really deep depression. And so he eventually was like, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do that. But the fact that part of him did, and like, it's sort of like, well, I can make a poem out of what I do have. And I think it really humanizes Richard in a way. And really it's just sort of dedicated to like our strange friendship. So, yeah.
Other questions out there? You could ask us anything. Lottery numbers for next week, all of it. We have every answer you could ever think of. A noise show. So the question is, has either of us considered doing a noise show? I think you just watched one. Yes, I've absolutely considered it. I just gotta, gather up enough paychecks to buy some pedals. Abby is our resident noise show enthusiast over here. You should meet Bixby over there. Questions? Other questions? Coffee, snacks? When's the next one? That's a good question. I heard that. Someone said that out there. Yeah, there's the art thing on Thursday. There's a flyer over there. Let me grab a flyer for you.
Thanks. They were asking what the inspiration for the corporate slogan poem was, the Sonic Crown. It's one of those things that I think as an artist, we have like ideas that we want to do something with, and then we just don't have the time to do it. So I'd had that idea for a long time, just like any other red-blooded American. I watch TV and the commercials really bother me. And it's like, It's probably to a point where it's like I think every commercial is like a commercial for hot dogs or something, you know. But just the language that they used was all power based, and it was really it's kind of disgusting. And the cool thing about a poem like that is that corporate slogans can't be copyrighted because the language is too broad, so you're able to do whatever you want with it. So I'm sure like some of those most people recognize, others are like, you know, I just looked up corporate slogans for like a year and compiled an inventory and then started framing them. And like you just see like how much they repeat the word power or drive or men, you know, and it just sucks. That's all.
So we'll be out here every Tuesday for the rest of the month at 11 a.m. There'll be some jazz next week. There'll be some theater the week after that. And also this week, Code Black Sea, The Singularity, paintings by John Isaiah, will be up in the art gallery. The opening is this Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. And this Thursday at 1:30 p.m., there is an artist talk. His art looks really fucking cool. I highly recommend you check it out. It'll be up there probably for a while, exhibiting till December 1st. It'll be open for a while. Hopefully your teachers will assign you to go up there and write about this man's art because it looks pretty dope. All right, that's it. No shit. We quit. Thank you all for coming. Finish off the snacks. Have a nice day. We're already on.